Good morning, my dear kids. How are you all? I hope you all are good at your places. Welcome back in Social Studies class. Today we are going to read our chapter number 8, that is Agriculture and Industry. Agriculture and industry are important means of earning a living. However, agriculture is focused on the working of soil and other facilities to produce crops, animals, and trees for human consumption or further refinement into products. Or we can say that agriculture is mainly about producing food, while industry is focused more on refining and processing raw materials into products for sale. Or we can say that industry is about making different things for our use. Alright, agriculture is mainly about producing food, and industry is about making different things for our use. I hope that you have understood and can easily differentiate between these two terms, agriculture and industry. Now I will explain these two terms in detail. So first we have agriculture. Agriculture means farming, or we can say that the cultivation of land to produce crops is called agriculture. It also includes the horticulture, livestock rearing, and fishing. Horticulture is basically cultivation of fruits, flowers, and vegetables. Livestock rearing is rearing of animals for milk, manure, wool, skin, meat, and use in cultivation of land, such as plowing and drawing water. Fishing, like catching fish from the sea, rivers, canals, lakes, and ponds. Agriculture provides food for millions of people and raw materials for many industries. India has fertile soil and a good supply of water. This helps us to grow many different crops. My dear students, a variety of crops are produced in India. This is because India has a favorable climate, fertile soil, and sufficient rainfall to grow many crops. In areas where there is a little rainfall, a good irrigation facilities are provided. Did you know cropping seasons in India? Okay. Different crops are grown in different seasons. The two main cropping seasons in India are Kharif and Rabi. The Kharif season begins with the arrival of monsoon. The crops sown in the summers and harvested in winters. These crops require a lot of water and need hot weather to grow. Crops grown in this season are called Kharif crops, for example, rice, sugarcane, pulses, groundnuts, cotton, jute, and millets. Millets are bajra, jowar, and ragi. Okay. Next is the Rabi seasons. Begins when monsoon ends and autumn starts. The crops sown in the winters and harvested in summers. These crops require a cool climate at the time of sowing and a warm climate during germination and harvesting. Crops grown in this season are called Rabi crops. For example, wheat, mustard, oilseeds, barley, gram, etc. Now, types of crops grown in India. In India, crops are divided into two groups. First is some crops such as wheat and rice provide food for us. These are called food crops. Got it? The crops that are grown to feed the people are called food crops. For example, rice, wheat, millets, and pulses. Now, next is some crops such as cotton and sugar cane are grown so that farmers can sell them to factories for making different things. These are called cash crops. Okay. It is the crops that are grown to be sold in the market are called cash crops. For example, sugarcane, tea, coffee, rubber, jute, spices, and oilseed. Now, one question is arises that Why is agriculture important? More than half the people, or about 70% of the people in India, earn their living from agriculture. Most of them are farmers. Farming or agriculture is their chief occupation. Many things that come from farms are used in industries, and some, like tea and spices, are sold to other countries. This added to the wealth of our country. Now, some cheap food crops. Remember now, food crops are those crops that are grown to be eaten. Okay. Cereals are the most important food crops. The chief cereals grown in India are rice and wheat. In dry areas, the most commonly grown cereals are jowar and bajra. India is the second largest producer of rice in the world, the largest being China. Rice is the staple food of the people of southern and eastern India. Staple food means food that we are eaten regularly, even daily, and supply a major part of a person's energy and nutritional needs. And you know that rice is eaten daily in southern and eastern states. Even it is called national crop of the India. Rice grows well in warm, wet areas, or we can say that hot and rainy parts of the country because it requires a lot of water and area that have alluvial soil. The main rice producing areas are West Bengal, Assam, Orissa, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and now Punjab and Haryana are also producing rice in large quantities. Now next chief food crop is wheat. Wheat is the second important food crop of our country. Places where there is a cool season and the rainfall is neither too high nor too low. It means moderate rainfall are good for growing wheat. So wheat grows well in Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. Some more states are Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal. It is the most important food crop in northern and western India. Now, next food crop is millets. Millets also called nutri cereals. Millets like jowar, bajra, ragi are mainly grown in peninsular India in a hot and dry climate and require very less rainfall. These are edible seeds and are called dry crops. They can be grown in poor quality soil. Jowar grows in moist area, bajra grows in dry areas, and ragi grows in damp areas. Damp areas like slightly wet areas. There are so many states that producing millets like Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and so on. So, our next food crop is pulses. India is one of the largest producer and consumer of pulses in the world. Pulses includes gram, urad, moong, arhar, masoor, etc. These are grown in almost every part of India. They are very rich in proteins and have lot of importance for every Indian house, especially for vegetarians. So our next topic is chief cash crops. Okay. First is sugarcane. This crop grows well in alluvial and black soils. It is grown in many states of India like Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. It is used to make sugar. India is one of the top producers of sugarcane in the world. Second is cotton. Cotton is grown in warm areas that are not too dry. It grows well in the black soil of the Deccan Plateau. Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Andhra Pradesh are some states that grow cotton. India is one of the top producers of cotton. Cotton is used to make clothes. Third is tea. Tea is grown in the hills of northeastern and southern India in large farms called tea gardens. Assam and West Bengal have many tea gardens. Class, cotton is the fiber that protects the seeds of the cotton plant. Apart from white, cotton fiber can be brown, green, red, or pink. Okay. Now take a look at some important crops grown in India. Here we have our main five crops: rice, cotton, wheat, sugarcane, and tea. So please look at this map. Okay, that's all for today. We will continue this chapter tomorrow with our next topic, industries in India. So please read the chapter. Till then, bye. Take care.